All right, this is how you make fire using the card method. So right here I have an image of my fire, and we're going to drag it into the scene. So you can either create this image with Substance Designer, and I'll make a video for that, or you can also just get a random fire card, um, such as this one. Let's, but I found this one to look better. So the first thing you want to do is let's make a folder for it, fire texture. Let's make a material, a fire material. This is actually for a candle, but let's open that material and drag our texture in. So the first thing we want to do is make it glow. So how do we do that? We give it emission. So this is a white texture. Plugging it in here and putting it in here, you're just going to get a blank file. But we actually, well, we want it to have two sides, but we also want it to be translucent. And it's translucent, but there's no translucency. We also have to put the black, plug the black in, and now we have this. But don't we want it to be colored? That's true. So let's add a multiply node and multiply it by a constant. So I'm going to hold 3 and click to create the constant. I want this to have a high amount of red, so let's do 50 red, let's do 5 green, let's do 1 blue. So it's just a scorching hot, fiery red. I put that into the base color, and I also put that into emission. So emission is a special property because it glows. And in Unreal, it actually emits light. So that's helpful. So now that we have the fire, what do we do? Okay, we're gonna want to make it move, and we're gonna use water textures. And to do that, we're gonna need to add it in the content browser. First, I'll get us to use the syntax of it. I mean, we'll like get as far as we can, and then we'll add the water texture. So first thing I do is do texture coordinate, and I connect that to a panner node, and then I connect that to texture. I want some kind of noise. So for that, we're gonna have to add the water texture. So right here, there's no starter content. So I'm gonna go to add feature or content pack. I'm gonna go to content and click starter content, add to projects. So now I have the starter content. When the one I want, so picture sampler, I can do that. I can go over here and I can type water, and I have my water. So now when I put this in here, and then I also plug this into this, just your R and your G because it's a X and Y. So I'm gonna click, not that one. I'm gonna connect this to an append vector. I'm gonna append these to a multiply, and I'm gonna connect that to another texture coordinate, and I'm going to do an add, and I'm going to connect this texture coordinate and this multiply, and I'm going to connect that all to the original UV. Okay, that looks like a real fire, but we don't want this type of fire. We want like less. So we want to distort it less by changing the UV tile on that first texture coordinate to just 0.1, 0.1. Oh, but it's not moving. Why is it not moving? Because we need to change the speed. So I'm going to change its vertical speed by a little bit. And there you go. You have a fire. So you could give it some horizontal speed. For this situation, I'm just going to leave it at the vertical speed. And that is actually all you need to do to make the nodes for the fire. So one more thing we're going to need to do is give it offsets, because if let me create some planes to show you. Um, I'm going to create a plane here, and I'm going to rotate it. I'm going to apply my material, which is right here. Should always save, so save all. Uh, there's my fire, right? And if you don't want to go through the process of using substance, oh, you saw that thing right there? That means that these values need to get changed. There was a little bit of a repeating aspect to this. So I think if we change this speed and we also change this multiply, somehow we can make it less crazy. But as I was saying, if I duplicate this, we're gonna have a problem because they all look the same. So to fix that, I'm gonna first create a material instance. Actually, no, sorry. I'm gonna go over here where it says time, and I'm gonna press hold 1 and plus. Sorry, no. I'm gonna hold S and plus for parameter, and I'm gonna do additional offset. I'm just naming it additional offset, and I'm going to type time, and I'm gonna add time add two additional offset so that the time is varied. So what is a parameter? It is a variable that you can change outside of our material. So at this point, you are complete if you just have one candle. But if you have multiple candles, you're going to right click on this and do material instance. And on this second material instance, I'm going to go into global scalar parameter, check the box, and give it 5. Now, this material will have an offset. So I'm going to apply it to, oh, sorry. I'm going to apply it to this plane. So they should be moving at different amounts. Let me create another material offset uh, by creating multiple materials. And then this one, I'm going to give it like 10. So its time is different than the other one. Let me make sure this one is working. So it should basically make it so that these three objects, what's going on, do not have the same exact, I'm not sure if that you can see it, but they should not have the same, um, why isn't it letting me click the plane? Where's the, okay. So these should not be exactly on the same time because of that offset. I think I just needed to increase the offset a bit. Or or actually, looks like I did something wrong because it doesn't seem to be affecting. Oh, my bad. Well, actually, no. This is fine. This is okay. So let's make this like 30. Hmm. Okay, one second. I gotta think think through this one. All right, I found what it was. So actually, these planes did not have the right material. So this first one is fire material, this second plane is fire material instance, and this third plane is fire material um, instance 2. So you repeat this process for as many candles as you have in the scene, so they're not exactly aligned. All right, thank you.